Testing, testing. How is that? Does that work finally? Hopefully that works all right for audio. I had to mix something together. Yes, that was me trying to figure things out. Hopefully, yeah. Now we hear me. Okay, excellent. Thank you. Hey, everyone. Like I was about to say, it's been a really crazy weekend. Mercy, mercy, mercy me. Yeah. Hmm. Ah, it really has. Yeah, it has been, it, yeah, let's just, okay, now we go. That fixed everything. So yeah, it was a crazy weekend. I don't know how many of you saw some of the stuff we did. I know some of you were at Sherwood, and I got to say hello to you. Some others, though, yeah, you might have seen the Rio Grande Valley Celtic Festival that we streamed, the online version that we streamed over the weekend, and some of you might have also uh, checked out the Grandfather Mountain Highland games that we streamed as well. So yes, it was a very, very, very crazy weekend. Uh, I yeah, doing it's always kind of strange for me because there's a lot of people involved. So it's not just me, but I still feel like I'm doing three fairs on the same weekend in a way. Always bizarre, and that's kind of how it is. But no, I mean, Fair this weekend was really so. It was an interesting time because it started out with that nightmare of a Saturday. I mean, anybody who's gone to Fair has experienced this. For the whole week, they're saying it's going to be raining all day on Saturday. It's going to be raining all day. And then when the morning of, they start backing off, and then they say, oh, it'll rain for most of the day, some of the day, half of the day, for a few hours. So it turned into a beautiful day up until about 2:30 p.m., and then it rained for a few hours after that. But for the people that showed up on Saturday, they actually had a great morning and afternoon, where it was a really really good time. It was a really good time, and it turned into a really nice day. And then Sunday was, of course, a gorgeous day, so that worked really well. Very happy about that. So I had a really good weekend of Fair, all things considered. Yeah, and when the forecast started out with saying a lot of heavy rain, when you get that kind of weekend, it's all good. Huh. um, and now we're talking about crossing the streams. Oh, and hello to everyone. Yeah, to Damaris and Katsurita and Kathy and yes, and also Tanya and yeah, and Mark and wow, a lot of people here, uh, and of course Janine. And I do want to do a special shout out to Drew Hyan, who I think is watching but actually cannot comment. Uh, he's unable to comment. He said on a message earlier. So yeah, I just want to say hello to you because yeah, it's a shame, but that kind of thing happens. Since he's usually a vocal member of the audience, I just want to give that shout out and say hi. So yeah, great weekend, a lot of fun, and I do want to say that another great thing that happened was last week's Brobdingnagian and Bard's reunion show that we did on Thursday. Some of you may have noticed that, yeah, last Thursday we did not have a gathering affair, and we were doing a live show from here on Bandcamp, and I think it went very well. Thanks to everybody who showed up. It was a lot of fun, and yeah, I mean, I think our show lasted, gosh, it was, I don't know, it was almost 2 hours or something like that, around 2 hours. So longer than I was expecting, actually. We just kind of kept playing and going at it. Ah, but yeah, it was a lot of fun and a really good time. So yeah, thanks again for that. But this Thursday we do have something special for Gathering Affair. I think you're gonna like it. It's the Jester Puppets and Joust Evolution, and it is hilarious. I mean, if you can, it's hard to describe. I think the easiest way I can do it is just imagine if the Muppets went to a Ren Fair, and that's kind of what it's like. interacting with different people at the fair and doing all this stuff. Uh, it's really interesting and fun and funny. So definitely a kind of surreal moment if you can imagine it. And I think you're gonna like Thursday. So I'm really looking forward to that. And thanks, Janine, for talking about the Brobdingnagian Bards concert. I did see you there, and thanks for being a part of it. But yeah, the gathering, I'm really looking forward to this. As soon as I heard about them, I was adamant saying, "Oh, these guys are great. Definitely should have them on." And everybody else agreed quickly because it was great. Um, yeah, definitely. And Damaris says, "Ren Fair Muppets, aren't those just Rennies?" You know, you're not wrong. And sometimes with my facial expressions, I've been compared to that myself, so I understand. But yeah, Lee went ahead and posted this, and do check it out. Do RSVP to this week's gathering so you'll get a reminder, because it really helps with our channel, and it makes it easier on you so that you get that reminder so you don't miss it, because it is going to be a fun Thursday. Oh, and I should go ahead and say, if you haven't shared this stream yet, please go ahead and give it a share. We'd appreciate that too. Yeah, go over to, if you're on Facebook, go ahead and just, go and share, click on that share button and go. And Lee is totally right. It is sometimes difficult to tell the difference between humans and the puppets, especially at a Ren Fair. It's even more difficult. Yes. I don't know if I want a custom Andrew Muppet. That might be a little too surreal. It would feel like I had a doppelganger or a twin. I don't think I'd be comfortable with that, Damaris. I don't think I need a Andrew puppet. No, I don't think so. I'm definitely going to be adamantly against that for now, which probably means Lee is for it, but that can't be helped. Oh my gosh. So yeah, that really looking forward to Thursday's show, because I really think it's going to be a good one. And it's always nice, because I've really been proud how much we've been branching out from just doing a single type of show on Gathering and doing a lot of different things. We keep trying to do new things and keep it interesting and fresh, and I think we've accomplished that. That's the hope. That is definitely the hope. But yeah, I also want to give a quick shout out to Sherwood Forest Fair for this last weekend, because they are still enforcing the mask wearing and making sure that keeps going. And just because the news has changed a little bit and some people have eased off, they haven't, and are quite adamant about finishing these last few weekends of the fair the way it started, with as cautious and preventative as possible. And I give them a lot of credit for that. I'm very proud of them, in fact. I think they're just really, really cool. Yeah, it's just really a cool thing. And I always had a lot of respect for Sherwood, but after all of this and seeing how they handled it, my respect has gone even higher. And and I do want to go ahead and mention some of the other fairs that are open right now. Just this last week, a few more opened up, and now we have not just Sherwood Forest Fair outside of Austin, Texas, but also Scarborough Fair, and outside, just south of Dallas, in Texas, and the Bay Area Ren Fair in Florida, and the Georgia Ren Fair south of Atlanta, and Castle Muskogee Fair in Oklahoma, and Nebraska Ren Fair, and Avalon Ren Fair, which is also in Texas. So yes, there are a good number of fairs opening up now, and I think that will continue. So yeah, something to keep an eye out. If any of those are nearby to you, might be worth checking out. Yes. Oh, and oh, thank you for the Hail Thales. Yes, and that actually brings up what I'm doing tomorrow night, because I will be on Nat 21 again, which with Paulo Garbanzo and that crew, and it has been a fun experience the last few weeks, where I play a gnomish artificer named Thales, and we have a lot of fun on that show. So yes, it is. It's an interesting thing, because I play a young gnome, kind of going out into the world for the first time. So I'm channeling my inner 15-year-old, and it's It is an interesting time, I have to say. I definitely something to check out. Still, I'm going to be on there for at least a few more weeks, and it is it is a lot of fun. So if you're interested in that at all, do check it out. I think you'll like it. Definitely interesting. So yes, let me see. Oh yeah, right. There is a video from Alacia who did a. Let's see. I don't know if I can explain this this correctly, but it was a collaborative story that everybody did online, and she put it together. And here is a reading of the story. So if you've been uh, following that on the Life's a Fair page, this is it. So let me jump over to that real quick so you can hear her do the story. So, and hopefully the sound will work. We'll see.
So it took a wee bit, but I was able to combine the Mad Libs you all gave me on both Facebook and Twitter. So, once upon a time, there were 3 friends. A beautiful one, a cute one, and a charming one. But these 3 friends decided to leave home. Now, they had seen posters in their hometown of all these exotic places. Places where you could swim in the sea in December and be snowed on in May. But above all else, the beautiful one, no, she wanted a pancake. Yeah, not just any pancake. The best pancake in all of the land. Now, that's how the 3 friends found themselves a little desert diner. Stuffed to the brim with bric-a-brac and, well, stuffed to their own brims with fluffy golden delights. And honestly, friends, I implore you to seek out such places. In honor of National Tell a Story Day from last week, all the places you might find stories of, and National Tourism Day coming up on May 7th. Find yourself a place. Have fun. I'll see you all again.
Not too bad, huh? So yeah, good job everyone on joining in and being a part of that. I think yeah, I think that was a lot of fun. I don't know, what did you think of that? Is it something y'all would like to do again sometime and have some fun with? I thought it went fairly well. So yeah, throw in comments and let us know what you think. Always fun to have some things like that. So yes, Nat 21 on tomorrow night, and Thursday we'll be gathering a fair, and then yeah, another weekend of fair for me. So Sherwood for the 6th weekend, actually. So yes, an interesting time. It's really strange being back at fair again. I have to say, it's now that I've done 5 straight weeks of it, it's starting to feel routine again, like back into it, where I was gone from it for a year, which was really strange. Very, very strange indeed. Okay, so y'all, yeah, you are talking about, yeah, you seem to like it. Um, yeah, everybody seems to be enjoying that. So yeah, we'll definitely need to do some more of that. I like those kind of things. And having Bonnie to read that for us is very handy. Always, always nice to have a expert storyteller on tap, ready to go. And you know, I do want to go ahead and mention a little more about Nat 21 because the our 7 reasons kind of was inspired a little bit by that. Speaking of storytelling and Nat 21, the 7 reasons role-playing games are good for us. I don't know, some of you might remember the days in the distant past where role-playing games like Dungeons and Dragons got a very bad rap, and they had people who said it was horrible and kids would be traumatized and from it. I don't really agree with that, never did. And I don't think it's a common belief now, at least I hope not. Really hope not. So, yes, let's do the 7 reasons role-playing games are good for us. Okay? Let's give it a go. Give it a go. Let's see. Here we go. Number 7. Natural affinity for narrative construction. And Well, I mean, studies have found that our brains have a natural affinity for narrative construction. Now, what that basically means is that we remember stories better than we remember lists. So, as you can tell, you know, I'm giving you a list here, but I'm also explaining it and giving you a little bit of a story for context, why I like it, why I don't. And it helps you remember it. It helps you understand it and interpret it better than just reading a list. And that's just how it works. So, yeah, I mean, getting into that story is better for people to appreciate an experience. So that's it's a good thing. It's a really good thing. It's good to get used to that. Uh, so yes, and Damaris just says she saw the Dungeon Master's Handbook in Walmart, so she thinks we're safe. Yeah, if it's in Walmart, then we're pretty good. I think good call, Damaris. Okay, number 6. It teaches teamwork, problem solving, creativity. These are all great things, no matter what profession you're in. If you're going to be going to Ren Fair, it's even better things. But just in general, life, this is a good thing. So very good for you. Very good for you. That's my point. Number 5, the 5th reason why role playing games are good for us. They encourage people to read more. Now, I actually researched this and looked it up, and there were a lot of comments from people that said they either had trouble reading or reading wasn't their favorite thing, and they got involved in gaming and they turned into avid readers because of it. Kind of interesting. That that was really interesting to me, and it just kind of helped them appreciate stories and research and reading more. And how can that be bad? How can that be bad at all? So, okay. Oh, and good. Kristen is here. So she did catch the 7 reasons. Yay! And she says she is so tired. Well, I understand completely, Kristen. It was a weekend, but you did great. So be very happy. Number 4, it encourages people to be social. I mean, sure, a lot of the stereotype about gamers is that they are socially awkward people who don't get out much, right? I mean, that's kind of the narrative people have gone with. And certainly that is true to some extent, but there are also people that are very social. But regardless, it encourages people to get together and be social in a world where, we're a lot more disconnected than we used to be. Uh, that's a good thing. That is a very good thing. So, if it helps people to be more comfortable being social, I call that a win. Number 3. Number 3. It relieves stress. Now, you go through. I mean, there are a lot of people who talk about they go through their 60-hour a week jobs, and it's a lot of work and a lot of craziness, and then they'll spend a night hanging with friends and gaming, and it's a huge stress reliever. And I totally understand that. I completely understand that. And yeah, it really does help with that type of stress relief. So yeah, something to check out. Something to be encouraged always. Number 2, it's a great improv exercise. I mean, seriously, you get thrown into these situations, and then you're supposed to immediately think of this is how to get out of it, or this is how to respond. But then you have to talk and play that up. It's a role playing type of thing. So it is an improv exercise, but it's done in a way that people don't think of it as like a test, like they're under scrutiny. So it's more comfortable than the standard improv game that people are thrust into, but it still works. So very good thing, a very good thing. So yes, and oh, and Janine has done some interactive murder mysteries before, but not tabletop RPGs. And yeah, interactive murder mysteries, it's a little similar. So yeah, you get the idea. You get the idea. And yes, and Lee has never played a role playing game, but we are going to try to take care of that issue as soon as we possibly can. I promise. And the number 1 reason why role playing games are good for us. Here we go. Stories connect us in profound ways. I mean, if we experience a story together as a group, it is a shared story. It is something that we all we feel like we're part of a group and we all went through this, that we all can understand it, we all can relate. And relating to others can be one of the hardest things to to do in life. I mean, so yes, I think it is a very good thing for people. So yes, and there are many more reasons, but I just tried to come up with seven that I thought were very good, obvious top list answers, just to kind of um, just to kind of yeah do to appreciate what role playing does for us. And yeah, Katsurita says that they can be fun to watch, but playing them isn't her thing, and that's perfectly all right. That is perfectly all right. Some people, I mean, it's like anything. There's no should like this to be a good person. It's not like that. It is just something that if you enjoy it, it's good for you, and that's my point here. Definitely not something people should be required to do. I will never say that. Okay, and Lee says Zelda and Mario is the extent of her RPG experience. Here's a little trivia that will shock a lot of people. I've never played Legend of Zelda. Not once. Yes, I have never played it. I can play the music from it on the recorder, but I have never played Legend of Zelda. I was never a console gamer. I have played a few games on consoles before over the years, from at friends' houses and things like that, but I was never a console gamer. I was a PC gamer. So I played a lot of PC games. So and when I say that to people, they really surprised because yeah, right. What? Yeah, I know. Damaris is surprised by that. Most people are, because it seems like I would be a prime candidate for Legend of Zelda. But nope, 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 nope. And Kristen says you're missing out, and I totally understand. And if I'd had a console, I've never really owned a console for gaming. I mean, well, not since like an Atari. After that, it was all computers, all computer gaming. I never had a Nintendo, original, Super Nintendo 64. Nothing. I've never had one, so I've never really had an easy opportunity to play it. So there's that. But I think I probably would enjoy it, but it just never came up. Oh, and Sabrina is saying that she was going to play her first D&D game right before COVID shut down everything. Then yeah, I really think you should. I really think you should do another game because, at least to see if you like it. I mean, Katsurita said that it wasn't her thing, and that's perfectly valid. But you should at least find out if it is your thing, because I think it is a lot of fun, and you should give it a shot. Something to try out. Definitely. Oh, wow. Yeah, and Lee says that they were a Legend of Zelda family. Wow, I did not know that. Huh. She remembers strategy discussions among her family on Zelda. Well, now that I believe. That I totally believe. But yes, so that is my theory of why role-playing games are good for us. I hope you like that. Ha. So a little fun there. Other than that, yeah, it has been a very, very crazy, interesting week. Very busy and did not get much sleep Friday night, but I made up for it a good bit Saturday night, and I got a ridiculous amount of sleep last night. Ridiculous being way over the top amount of sleep. Like I pushed myself to get more sleep. I love those days. Generally, I try to take Monday off after Faire. I think I've told you all that before, but other than Faire life here, that's pretty much the main thing I do on Mondays. Otherwise, it's relaxed day. It's veg day. So, and you kind of have to do that after a long stretch of work. But that's the... Oh, yes. And Leah's totally right. I have spent time with her family, so I know how interesting and varied they are in flavor and interests. Did that sound good? I was trying to be as judicious and kind as possible. I tried there. And Damaris is asking, so 4 hours? No. Last night, if you're asking about that, I got I believe I cleared 11 hours of sleep. Yes, yes, I did. I woke up and was kind of like I woke up and it had been 10 hours and I was like I can do more, and I took a quick hour nap after that, and it was nice. It was so nice. So good. But last week I got really good sleep during the week, so the weekend wasn't too bad. But I was pushing it, definitely. I was really pushing it. But that's kind of how life is. I mean, you do your best with what you have, and hopefully you'll come out the other side being okay. Yeah, I mean, and this week I'm going to try again because you never know what the weekend's going to bring. Things happen, and you might not get sleep one night, or at least not much. So get as much sleep as you can on the days you have control over that. Hey, I said nice things. I didn't say anything mean. You were the one that said mean stuff. I was the nice one, Lee. Your mom should be very happy because I thought they were very interesting and with varied tastes. I thought that was very. I mean, I was trying to sound nice, but I was being truthful. I wasn't lying. Oh, and Kristen said it was so humid at Sherwood she didn't sleep well last night. I totally understand. I don't know. For me, you're from Louisiana, though. I mean, I grew up outside of Houston, so the humidity doesn't really bother me too much. But of course, I didn't stay outside or anything. I didn't camp, so that certainly is a bit different. And Lee, yeah, is having AC trouble, so never fun. Okay, and um, the ARG Blue on YouTube plays Lord of the Rings online, and hasn't played Zelda either. Awesome, thank you for that. I'm not the only one. I appreciate that. That is really kind. Because I always feel like a freak sometimes because I haven't really done Nintendo. I mean, I've played Tetris on the old Nintendo, the original, and Mario Kart and Mario Golf, and that's most of it. I really haven't done much else. Um, so yeah. Hmm. But yeah, yeah. And now the weather can be really crazy with how you respond to it. Now I'm pretty much an Austinite, so I'm kind of used to uh, dry weather. But I still, it's not that foreign to me thanks to Houston. So I don't consider it. I consider it different now, but it's not overwhelming. It doesn't tend to bother me. Okay, okay. Well, yeah, I really think this is going to be a great week. I'm really excited about the future of Gathering. I should tell you that. It's not just this week because we have Gathering, I think, planned out through at least through June and July. It's all kind of set up. I think I've got most of the videos together and all ready. Uh, Not quite all, but really close to all of those. So we are in great shape. It's going to be a fun, fun time. So I'm really looking forward to sharing that with you week to week. I think you're going to really like it. Okay, first week in July, according to Lee. So I knew it was somewhere around there. So, and that's going to be expanded here pretty soon too. I think probably in the next few weeks we'll get it. Hopefully through August is what I'd like to do. I think yeah, we'll jump on that. But yeah, as of now, I mean, the cool thing is having all the videos in hand. I'm like the show in a month from now. It's not going to be like, ooh, I don't have the video. When is it going to be delivered? And I need to edit it and get it all tweaked. Nope, not a problem. We've already got them all. That is so nice. That is the dream. That is the dream. Very much. So yes, yes. Uh, Other than that, I think that's a lot of what I have going on. It's This is kind of going to be a more relaxed week than what I've had the last several weeks since I had the Brobnagi and Bard's reunion show last week and my solo show on Gathering the week before. So yeah, it's going to seem like a relaxing week, even though I guess technically it's not. But yeah, this will give us an opportunity to get ahead and do some more booking and get some things figured out for Life's a Fair. So I'm really excited about that. So expect to hear a lot more in the next few weeks. Should be a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to it. And thanks again, everybody, for joining us tonight and for coming to our shows on Thursday and hanging out with us and having a good time. Because, well, Fair Life is a life at Fair, so we enjoy it. We enjoy having you. So, yes. Oh, and yeah, she makes a good point. If there are any performers you'd like to see on Gathering, um, please let us know because we are looking into that. Oh, and yes, I'll see y'all this weekend at Fair if y'all are coming to Sherwood. And yeah, if you go to any other fairs, if any of you are going, I mean, actually, if any of you are going to Sherwood or any of the other fairs I mentioned, please go take a few pictures of yourself. Take some selfies. Take a view at Fair and send it to us. We would love to get that and put it up on our page with a shout out to you because that's just a lot of fun. That is really really cool. So yeah, we'd love to see you at Fair. So yeah, and for some of you, maybe put a face to the name because I know there are some of you um, I I see your names, but I don't have that connection necessarily. So that would always be nice. So again, thanks for joining us tonight, and always a pleasure. Have a good time, and I'll see you soon.